We want to really be able to get behind their executive director and be comfortable with their style and approach and their vision for where they want to take that nonprofit. The second thing is we look at their finances. All nonprofits' financial information is available to the public. That's part of being a nonprofit. And so we check that out, and we have tools that we can share that are how we evaluate them financially. We look at the potential for service opportunities because there's a lot of great nonprofits that don't match up with when our volunteers are available. So we mostly have a young working professional crowd, and so they're available on the weekends and at weeknights. And so if a nonprofit's only open from 9 to 5, then they might be fantastic, but we're just not going to be able to send them large amounts of people. Fourth thing we look at is the potential for relationship. And so there we'll check in with other organizations that have worked with them, other churches, any of our attendees that have volunteered there previously, and just get their impression of what's it like. What do we think we can form a healthy relationship with this organization? The next thing we look at is proximity, and that's simply because you have probably experienced the last 2 days Atlanta traffic's not always fun, and so we want to make sure that people, if once they get plugged in, there's a high likelihood they'll continue to go back. So we set a 10-mile radius parameter. That could vary depending on your community, but for us, we know that people long-term aren't going to go past outside of 10 miles to go back to a nonprofit over and over again. And then this one, last one is the focus area. And so that we as a church have just said, and we looked at our city and said, hey, we think as we look around the Atlanta community that children at risk and those that are experiencing homeless or near homeless on kind of the margins of society, those are the two things that we want to go deep in. And so that's what we've defined as our focus.